okay, I need to make another video, and I'm making a video because I want to hear what I say and then watch it back and see if I still feel the same way. Because sometimes things change. I notice when I say things like with EastEnders the other day, I was watching it thinking this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense, I hate this episode. And then after I watched the video back, I kind of realized actually I was making some mistakes. And then I watched this video of Katy Perry. Well, no, not Katy Perry, me talking about Katy Perry again, not the person, the singer who's actually the individual. I'm talking about the character of Katy Perry, the deceiver. Katy Perry represents the deceiver, and in this video, it was like three years of like basic abuse, and I was saying that her character didn't bother me and didn't affect me, and I still liked her songs. And when I was watching that, I felt like it was actually Katy Perry talking or talking to me, or I don't know, like we are the same person. I have loads of different sides to me, and the Katy Perry side is just one side of me. And because it is one side of me that is real, it's very, very hard to tell the difference between her talking and me talking. And it's yeah, it's very challenging when you're just trying to be yourself, only you aren't quite sure who yourself really is. I mean, I do know myself. I know myself very well, but the Katy Perry side of me is the one side of me that I don't know, because I'm so that side is so good at lying, so good at deceiving, that I it's hard for me to recognize myself. And sometimes when I look back in videos, I can kind of have other thoughts coming into my head because I've got other personalities when I watch it, because I watch it at a different time frame. And then I can sort of see things or hear things that are slightly different. And so, yeah, when it comes to Katy Perry, I think I should always make videos. But anyway, I had this. I have to talk about this. I still want to be on Big Brother. I don't know if it's actually going to happen or anything. I just know that I feel that that is the way of making it happen. And I feel like when I get on this show, I need to speak to all the celebrities, but I think there should be two interviews, or maybe there shouldn't be. I don't know. I'm confused. Yeah, there should be. I'll just say what I was getting visions of earlier. I should speak to the celebrities not as individuals, but as characters. And so, like, I would probably, in order, of course, Britney and Madonna. But when I talk to Madonna, I will just say whatever comes into my head and whatever feels right at the time, and just anything. But I would say I think maybe this is just Katy talking, but Katy has good points and bad points. The deceiver is a terrible, terrible thing, because everyone gets confused, whether you're good or bad. Everyone gets confused. Everyone hears Katy. But at the same time, that Katy has uses. There is good in, there's good and bad, and bad and good. Okay, you've got Allah. So you've got Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. Taylor Swift is the sort of good side, and Katy Perry is the bad side of Allah, the deceiver. But at the same time, there is good within bad, and I feel like the good within bad wants me to say this, which is that I should go on to a show, Big Brother, talk to the characters. Definitely want to speak to um, the guy from Maroon 5. I don't know his name. Actually, Chris Evans. I just watched. I don't know. I looked on a video. I don't think that's his name. That's not his name, is it? But I don't. That's not his name. Um, anyway, so I want to talk to these people, um, um, and just uh, say whatever I want to say at the time. But the individuals themselves are not talking. Know that I'm not talking to them as individuals. So, say if um, Demi Lovato comes on, I will talk to her as if I don't like her, because I don't like her. I mean, it's not that I don't like her. It's that the character that she represents that I don't like, and therefore, if I speak to these characters, I won't talk to them. I don't know them. I've never met them as a person. I've not got to know them. I don't know what they're like in their private life. I mean, I've heard things about Demi Lovato being like a drug. She did drugs or something, but I don't know how bad. I don't want to know how bad. I just, I know she wasn't very happy. But I want to talk to these people as if they are the characters of what I'm, because I feel like that's what I'm doing constantly right now. I feel like I'm trying to analyze the different sides of me, and I'm trying to focus on just the Britney side, because then that's, it's weird because the Britney side is the crazy side, but at the same time, I feel like the more I focus on the Britney side, the less crazy I actually feel, because at least I can feel like one person rather than 100 different people. It's better to be one person who's crazy than be 100 people that's not crazy, if you get what I mean. So there's another contradiction there. There's the contradiction character. But anyway, it's yeah. I think that's what should happen. I should go on to Big Brother and talk to the celebrities. I really want to talk to them individually. Find out exactly when they knew, and then talk to them on a more personal level. I want to know what they were doing, a serious level, one that's not going to be to public and not going to be exposed to the public. But there's a serious level that I want to talk to people, to the artists about, and then there's a sort of, because I've been talking to myself for the last 9 years. Basically, that's what I feel like. I'm making these videos and I'm just analyzing things and talking to myself and listening to all these songs. When I listen to these songs, I don't feel like I'm listening to the actual individuals. I feel like I'm listening to the person who's made this, the inspiration behind who's managed to get a whole bunch of people together. It takes teamwork. All these music videos are made by like 10, 20, 30 or 50 people, and each one of these people have the God mind inside of them, and the God mind is saying things. I can imagine my higher self seeing a bunch of producers and just being like, okay, I'm going to put that thought into that person, that thought into that person, that thought into that person, and it all comes together. And then that person looks to see at what point in the timeline I see that video, and then thinks, okay, well, there's that by you, so I'm going to, oh look, get that person to put that into the video, so that like that boat thing, that random boat that came into that uh, Dua Lipa video. I feel like he that knew that I liked William, who had a boat, and then somehow managed to transfer that information into one of the, whoever put that boat there. I don't know. So it's very complicated, but I feel like that's how my higher self works. But yeah, as a lower self, I'm trying to just focus on the higher self and not focus about the others. But at the same time, the others give me inspiration as to what to say and things to say. I'm having a conversation with myself almost, and I need to be stimulated. And I feel like the music videos, even though they are insulting, a lot of them, I feel like they give me the stimulation because it shows the different characters. And so it would be interesting if I go into a Big Brother house and then talk to the characters as if they are characters, and give the public an opinion on what I think these different characters are. Like when I made that compilation video, the compilation video in 2018 or something that I made, it wasn't at the point where I knew they had characters, but through the video, I was speaking and I was picking up. It almost felt like I knew that they all had different characters, and I was talking sort of sometimes yes, sometimes not. I was getting some things wrong, some things right, but I was picking up as if they all had different characters, and so therefore, I want to see if other people can recognize that these are actually just characters, and when I talk to them, or when the things that go public about what I say to them are actually me just talking to the different sides of me. Okay, not all of them are me. So, when I talk to, well, the thing is, I don't know though. I mean, yeah, not all of them are me. Maybe not. I don't know if all of them are me, but I relate to a lot of them. Like I don't think Ariana represents me, but I relate to her. I can be a bit vain. I even Demi Lovato, I say I hate her, but there's a side of the number of times I've said I hate myself is huge as well. So like even the people that I hate, I still feel like there's still a tiny bit of me in there. And I don't know about the guy characters though. I feel like though when it comes to the guy characters, Justin Timberlake and Maroon 5 were the two characters that I think most represent Martin. And now I find out that Martin actually represents just everyone who's rejected me. The thing is, what have I done for the last few years? I mean, okay, I've talked about them and I said that they're my Martin characters, but at the same time, in reality, I've kind of actually just ignored a lot of them. Like, you know, like Justin Timberlake songs felt like a little jab, like someone's just got a dagger and just gone like that every now and then. And because of that, I didn't watch his songs. I kind of like, that's not very nice, and why am I liking this? And then I just think about Martin, this person who also didn't make any sense because I don't actually think he's that attractive, but it was almost like just a ball of energy inside of him, this green ball of energy, this glowing green ball of energy. And I just loved that. That was what I loved about him, even though it wasn't him. Well, it might have been, whatever. Um, but yeah, so I feel like when it comes to guys, even William, you know, I feel like I'm confused with him because as a human, I don't want to just be. I want to be single because my job. You know, I do massage, and I can't have a partner whilst I'm doing massage because they'll get jealous. They won't want. You know, there's realistic things. But I think at my higher self, that's my higher self talking, saying I don't want a partner when you know I'm working and trying to help the world because the world would probably be better or be would rather come to me if I was single, and just like my clients would much rather come to me knowing that I was single. If I had a partner or a husband in the house, no one would want to come to me. And so, yeah, I feel like that's another dynamic of how you can see things. Um, and and yeah, there's a lot of people that just can't see it, and it's weird because they say things maybe as an insult, and I'm actually like, oh, thank you, that's nice. You know, like you're weird and different. Oh, thank you. I love being weird and different. You know, I don't want to be the same as everyone else. That's boring. You know, and a lot of times people say things that isn't actually insulting, but I think they mean it as insulting. And I think sometimes I hear I hear it differently to how other people how they might even say it. Um, you know, um, you know, even if someone says, I don't understand your point, but I respect that, you know, you have a point, you know, sometimes, oh yeah, you know, that's a lot better than what most people respond to. But yeah, that's just another thing I add. But yeah, that is what I think should happen. I should go on to Big Brother and all the celebrities. I think it's weird how the Maroon 5 guy, um, has, it's weird how he like has like he hasn't hurt me at all. Like out of all of the singers, he's the one that I would say had hurt me the least. And it's really bizarre because when it comes to Justin, I would say he's hurt me the most. But when I think about it, I don't actually think he has. I think it's more just this Martin figure, whatever it is, that's hurt me the most because of the thing is, though, the only reason why I've been hurt by it is because of this stupid Katie figure, this deception figure that's made me think that I like him. And so it's like, on one hand, I want to blame it all on him. On the other hand, I feel like I should blame it all on Katie, not the person. But yeah, so I don't know. I I think though if I was to go on to Big Brother and to talk to Justin Timberlake, I think I need to talk to him because I think he's probably been quite scared. Maybe he's been quite scared of the possibility that I could actually be like an evil devil from hell or whatever. And I don't know how he's thinking, but I know some people would definitely be thinking that I'm an evil devil from hell. And so I need to talk to all of the characters and then expose that as you know as giving my a chance for people to see the truth. Um, and yeah, I won't reveal what they represent, but hopefully people will be able to tell what they represent by how I relate to them or how I talk to them. Um, I think Katie's going to be the hardest one though to talk to because I'm going to say that she's freaking scary, definitely. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I've had a vision of me basically going on and saying that I think she's freaking scary, which I know is something that actually some people have said to me. So um, anyway, um, just don't take it personally is all I'm saying. And I want to have a conversation on a personal level, but I don't know if that's what is needed or I mean it is needed at some point, but I just don't know when or when's the best moment. You know, I need to think about the show being realistic. and therefore it's fine if there's some things that I'm not told. I kept having visions of being on the Big Brother house, and beforehand, I always thought that I'd go somewhere where I would know that they know who I am, and they would know that I know who I am, but still they don't say anything, and I don't say anything because I know that it needs to be realistic for the show. Um, but yeah,